Listen, I've been playing platformers since the Reagan administration. It's one of the only genres I'm any good at. So initially, the idea of a platformer in which you don't have to move, I mean, that's blasphemy. Look, I don't ride with training wheels, and I stopped using plastic safety scissors in 1989. Same year I cut the seatbelt out of my mom's car with a steak knife and started wearing it as a bandana. Bottom line, I was skeptical about this one, but much to my surprise, this game was enjoyable enough for me to chill out and drop the steak knife, which I still have. So go ahead, Undertoads, test me. This is Diversion. Speaking of which, I won't need to create one. Released this year by the web and mobile developer Ezone, Diversion is an on-rails platformer. That's right, like a platformer in which you don't have to move. In fact, the only thing you have to do is jump. And since you do that by touching the iPhone screen, you're literally just tapping the whole time in Diversion. But you know what? It works. So you play as a variety of characters running through floating levels that kind of look like the worlds of Monkey Ball and Sonic the Hedgehog just collided head-on. The character runs forward automatically, and it's your job to traverse the obstacles and get to the finish line, again, simply by tapping the screen to jump. Now, it sounds like that would get old pretty quickly, and I expected it to, but Diversion does a few things interesting to prevent tedium from setting in. Gems are scattered throughout each of the game's levels, as well as 3 hidden stars. Since finishing the level really isn't a problem, collecting as many of those as possible quickly becomes the focus.
Oh, nice try.
And believe it or not, finding some of those stars can be pretty tricky. You have to deliberately miss a jump sometimes, or you might have to fall off a ledge that you'd normally leap over. The more of this stuff you find though, the more content you unlock, so there's definitely some incentive to replay the levels and up your score. And speaking of which, content is one area in which this 99-cent game certainly shines. There are 100 levels spread across the game's 3 unique worlds, not to mention a huge variety of characters to unlock. More than 150 of them, in fact, ranging from the simple to the bizarre and the inexplicable. But at least there's a girl in a catsuit. I kind of have a thing for girls in catsuits. I blame Michelle Pfeiffer. A diversion is all about timing and practice. You have to get your taps just right if you're planning to progress through some of the trickier sections, most of which involve the whole bouncing off enemies to avoid plummeting to your death thing. Even though the game doesn't let you move, it still provides a pretty fun platforming experience, if one that's understandably simplified in terms of control. But if nothing else, this game is aptly named. It's not complex or deep enough to provide anything more than a fun diversion, but it's a really good one. It gets repetitive after a while, and obviously it's not going to hold your interest long, but I mean, for less than $1, Diversion provides a really interesting twist on classic platforming ideas and offers a great little mobile experience.
Woohoo!